After years of complete silence, a massive leak may have just confirmed it. The Hunter x Hunter anime might be returning. Let's talk about this because, yo, we gotta talk about this right now. It honestly feels like this year is the beginning of many years to come where the anime and manga gods have decided to bless us, in particular with this topic right here. The Hunter x Hunter fan base right now is eating and will continue to eat for many eons to come, for many generations to come, because right now the info that I got for you guys regarding Hunter x Hunter, not just the manga, we know the manga right now is on its return. I think as of the recording of this video, the first chapter of its return is on its way. It'll be official within like a day or two or whatnot. So the manga, we established that the manga is coming back. Togashi been having a lot of stuff in the tuck. There's like 20 chapters worth or something like that of content. There is quite a bit of stuff for the manga. This, however, is about the anime. You know, the anime that everybody loves, what made Hunter x Hunter a phenomenon and a sensation over here in the West, originally produced by Studio Madhouse. And we're gonna get to why I bring that up in a second, because a lot of people were like, yo, Hunter x Hunter is clearly gonna go somewhere else, right? Madhouse is just a different ball game now. Majority of the original staff from Studio Madhouse left. They went to Studio Mappa. You know, they started their own thing. There's no way Hunter x Hunter is gonna come back to Madhouse, but Madhouse might still have. And of course, before we continue, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell so you can get notified on all the world of anime and manga news. Like, yo, you want some juicy, great topics right here, some juicy, great breaking news? I got you covered right here. Let's go. Now, a post has been going viral from a particular source that has been right about several things. I'm not going to say that this person was right about every single detail, but this person has been right about quite a few different things. And this person basically gave some insight. And again, this thing is going out there. People are starting to, you know, talk about like, yo, what is about to happen here right now? Because let's keep it real. This is extremely exciting. This is like really exciting for many people because there's so much that comes with Hunter x Hunter's anime return. Again, we love the manga. I'm gonna just keep it honest right now. As of late, been reading the Hunter x Hunter manga again, and just, oh my gosh, I remember, like, despite the fact that, yo, there's a lot of dialogue. Like, we know that. Like, there's so much to read or whatnot. But, oh, it just gives you something totally different. Opposed to, like, some of the newbies that I've been enjoying. And they have their own flavor and taste or whatnot. And opposed to some of the stuff from the past that I enjoy that, you know, occasionally check back in. There's something about this series in particular that is such a perfect blend of, you still get your shonen vibe. You know what I'm saying? The shonen jump stuff that you love. But it just feels like such a flavor of maturity. And I really appreciate that. I ain't gonna lie. The other night, I was just up and it was, like legitimately, just keeping it honest and real, that manga is just so good. And not caught up at the moment, but eventually I will be, because it is just so freaking good. Again, like, this is 100% genuine of how much I've been enjoying this stuff. And if anybody takes this as like shade towards another series because I'm saying like, hey, this is genuinely good and you know, it's just a different flavor of maturity. Like, yeah, there's other series that are mature as well, but there's just something different about this series that it's like, oh yeah, I know y'all want to hear about the anime news, not like, you know, oh my god, okay, we get it, you're enjoying Hunter x Hunter, but what's happening? The anime is coming back, what's going on? Well, let's read what dude said. Important news has started to emerge from the Japanese scene regarding the anime Hunter x Hunter, with the leak stating as follows. A meeting was held between important figures from the anime and manga world and Mr. Yoshihiro Togashi for the purpose of presenting the idea of a new season for the Hunter x Hunter anime after a 12-year hiatus. Because, you know, like, some of the original versions of this thing started way back. The news did not clarify whether Togashi sensei has approved or rejected the idea at present, but he insisted on confirming commitment to the manga's details. Before we continue, Togashi already from the gate saying like, yo dog, he wants this thing to be faithful. He wants this thing to be straight up like, don't stray away from the original vision. Don't stray away from what we thought about. Like, let's make it happen the way we envisioned it from the jump. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Shout out to Togashi. Like, even down to, you know, thinking way before things, he's like, Just make sure you don't play with my story. Like that's all I'm asking. Mr. Togashi was humble and welcoming to the attendees, as they are friends and professionals as well, and not just for the sake of the project, most likely voice actors. It was confirmed that this was only an initial meeting without any other visits. So basically this was just like, you know, kind of putting your feet in the water, so to speak, you know, stepping like when you're about to get in the shower and you just put like one leg in there, you get a little bit of the hot water on your leg, like that's just where we are with it. And not like, you know, being in hot water or anything like that, just, you know what I'm saying, getting things started very gently, very lightly. And the meeting was postponed for 2 months, according to news, due to Togashi's routine visit to his private doctor. Several names were mentioned that will form the foundation of the project. They are numerous, but without further details. The names that this person was introduced to and got to know, again, the person that is, you know, giving us this information: Sanae Tashiro, president of Madhouse Studio. So the president, that's not like the CEO or anything like that. Kazuhiro Furuhashi, director of the 99 version, and his selection as general supervisor only. Director Shota Goshuzono, one of the directors of Jujutsu Kaisen. Ooh, okay. Throwing a little bit of fear in there, are we? Megumi Han and Maria, Gon and Kitawa. Okay, so even making sure like the voice actors are up for this thing. It is said that the upcoming meeting will lay the foundations for the start of work on the project. The person that said this said that they always used to say the anime needs 7 years, and whoever asked them, they get annoyed because the anime was like an unattainable dream for them. So basically they were like, yo dog, 7, 8, 9 years, you know, somewhere in that ballpark. After this news reached them, they were so shocked that they didn't post it until it finally fully processed. Now, if someone tells them wait 10 years, they need to work on it, I'd say to them, just drop the official news and I'll wait for you my whole life. Whoa, okay then. Interesting. Congratulations to all Hunter x Hunter anime fans and to all anime lovers in general. For the first time since 2014, a rumor comes out about it, whether it's true, whether it's false, whether it's surprising, whether it's far off, whether it's close. I'm here for it and patient with you all. And that's a lot of emojis, so I'm not gonna, that's a lot. And something that was very important that this person forgot to say from when they were with Togashi is he now has a clear knowledge of the time required, meaning, to put it simply, from the leaker, they talked about the number of remaining chapters to finish the Succession contest arc at the very least. And this is, I want to say, the latest arc, again, about like in the 360s, somewhere in that ballpark. But the person did put something interesting, again, 7 emojis. Could it be that there's 7 chapters? I don't know, honestly. I'm not sure. I don't want to throw that in there. I don't want to lie or anything. This person doesn't lie. Togashi, since 2016, knows the ending for the arc, as he clarified, but he said he needs time to write it and draw it and prepare for the arc. So if Togashi is actually continuing to the end now in the plans, of course the end of the arc, and they don't expect the end of the story. Mind you, there's still so much to Hunter x Hunter that, yeah, don't expect the end of Hunter x Hunter for a long time, because even where it's at right now, based on what I'm kind of aware of, essentially, like, yo dog, one of the main characters, some people would say, hey, hello, it is the main character, Gon, hasn't even been a part of things for an extremely long time. Like, of the grandiose story, shortly after Gon met his pops, essentially he hasn't been really heavily involved in the story at all, and that was like 60-70 chapters ago. And a Hunter x Hunter chapter, sometimes reading one chapter feels like you're reading a lifetime worth of work. So to be very clear, Gon hasn't been a part of this thing as far as the major overall arcing structure of, you know, the official stuff for a long time. Like, of course, he's still a character, he's still reoccurring, so to speak, and I'm sure he still gets mentioned here or there, but there's levels to this thing. But yeah, honestly, there's just so much to process from this right now. For starters, they're talking about like, yo, can we just do at least 12 episodes to start, which is basically them saying, can we print some money? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody knows this is a very successful thing. Like, between, like, even the actors showing up for this thing, you know what I'm saying? Gon and Kitawa actors showing up for this thing just shows like they know not only is this a lucrative venture, but this is something special. Like, this is something that is genuine, honest, heartfelt. Like, this is something that everybody wants to be a part, because it's just a win all around. And honestly, yeah, to start things off, like, you know, we're talking about that they're just barely scratching the surface of, like, can we just at least talk? You know what I'm saying? Can we at least just have a conversation? Can I at least see you, so to speak? Which will lead to eventually, hopefully, at some given point, getting things started. So that 12 episode anime, it comes out, then you get a little buffer in between. This will be more than enough time, like opposed to what they did back in the day, which, don't get me wrong, I applaud Madhouse for what they were able to do in those times of having a new episode of Hunter every week for 148 weeks or something like that. Like, how? You know what I'm saying? At that level and quality of consistency on top of that, like, oh, just so brilliant. Because, yeah, doing it seasonally, you know, giving a time in between. At the same time, you know, there's plenty of other series to enjoy or whatnot, so it's not like you're just, you know, in suspended animation. You got stuff to do in between the time of seasons or whatnot. This could work out so well because there's already so much content, and each Hunter x Hunter chapter, it's not like some of the other manga out there where it's like, you know, sometimes you need 2 to 3 chapters to make up a whole episode. With Hunter x Hunter, sometimes you could use less than a full chapter to make up an episode, because there's just so much, not only the dialogue, but the descriptions, the storytelling, the format is what really fills it in to make it that, yeah, this is going to be grandiose. But we got a couple other things to talk about here about Hunter x Hunter stuff as well, so don't leave yet, because the thing about it is that based on what we're seeing right here, again, it's more so opposed to leading towards like a new studio, which is still very well could. I'm not going to completely say that it's not going to go to Mappa or anything like that. It could very well, but it's leaning more towards Madhouse. It's leaning more towards that. It's really hard to say right now. I'm going to just be honest. It's leaning more towards the original staff, the original crew, but then at the same time, who knows? Then, in some of the recent stuff, again, with Hunter x Hunter's manga returning in the latest issue of Jump, and there was a little tagline, I guess this is to promote the latest stuff that's going on in the manga, a battle for the throne swirling with malice. And all I will say, because I don't want to spoil, like, you know, the majority, I'm not going to give exact and specific details, but basically one of the major aspects of the latest arc that's been going on for quite a few years, I want to say now, is essentially there's a massive battle between like heirs to the throne of like these certain princes or whatever, to see who's going to be the one that, you know, is the successor, so to speak. So that's something that has been a major thing that's been going on in Hunter x Hunter, and yeah, that's why that tagline, a battle for the throne swirling with malice, is there, of like what prince is going to be the one to win this whole thing. And then something else that I ain't gonna lie, I was like, okay, lights, camera, action, let the show begin. After more than a year and a half of absence, approximately, Togashi Sensei's comments returned to the magazine, and he said he is currently, while working, listening to the TV drama that he records in advance. He said, I love the voice of the child who plays the role of the son of the cheating husband. And I'm gonna just keep it real. When I read that, I was like, yo, Togashi's coming back on some other stuff. Yo, he's on some other stuff right now. What's going on here? What are you talking about, dog? What are you trying to do here right now? Where are we going with this stuff, okay? But hey, the fact that he's able to multitask is really just a demonstration that, oh, apparently Togashi is like very smart. Very, very smart. I mean, for the most part, I think you should have assumed that by now, but if you didn't, yeah, Togashi is like very, very smart. And then lastly, announcement of Hunter x Hunter's return, but only Kurapika's usual artwork from recent years due to Togashi's health condition and his refusal to draw magazine covers for years. Specifically, the last cover was Memories of Kurapika, which, before we even continue, I will say this. Sometimes people's pride stops them from a lot of things, and what I mean by that, sometimes people's pride just really can mess things up. And I get it, because this has been a long battle with Togashi of him stopping himself from asking for help because he wants to do it all himself, or maybe he'll let his wife help here and there, but for the most part, he wants to do everything himself. It is okay to ask for help. And whatever it is that you're struggling, whether it be that you're struggling with your mental health, it's okay to ask for help. If you're struggling financially, the rent is due, it's okay to ask for help if you're in need. Now, don't just, ask anybody willy-nilly or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's okay to ask for help out there. Like, that's what you should do, especially if you're doing it for the betterment of yourself and the people you love and care for. Go and ask for some help. If Togashi covers distributed across his tweets are for a chapter cover and a volume cover, it's possible he drew something for the magazine last that hadn't been revealed yet, and instead will be revealed in the future with other preparations. The reason is that he drew 2 covers as a collaboration with someone. No one knows who yet, but for sure we'll see them during the publication period of this batch, and perhaps an interview or something of that sort, especially after the sales announcement or an exhibition in the coming year, according to expectations from Japan. So yeah, just expect more greatness from Yoshihiro Togashi and possibly some collabs, which yay, like some collabs would be great. Give Togashi some features, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. For starters, Hunter x Hunter anime return. Are you cool with it being seasonal, meaning like you get a 12 episode release and then you gotta wait a little bit in between? Do you think it's going to be Madhouse that is going to return with it, or a brand new studio? How do you think this whole thing is going to play out? And yeah, your overall thoughts and expectations. That's all I have for this one. I'm Tim. As always, people, have an awesome day. Peace in.